Twisted Travelers Podcast, your weekly dose of theme park news and entertainment. And now, here to talk all things coasters, theme parks, and even more, here are your hosts, Jack Lathrop and Chris Jones.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Twisted Travelers Podcast. As always, I am Chris, and I am joined by Jack. Jack, how we doing?
I'm older. I don't know how I feel about that.
Happy birthday, Jack. He's 19. Congratulations.
Yay!
1 year closer to death. Everybody rejoice.
I didn't kill myself this year. You're all sorry. No, I'm doing good, though. How about you?
I am doing well. Ready to talk about the weekend we just had with a big
What
group.
weekend? I wasn't involved in any weekend.
Okay, buddy. But yeah. We are here to talk about Velocistumble, the Buzzed Bars event that went down. We're pretty much just going to do that. Everything else will return next week. It'll go back to normal. But yeah.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen this week. So we got to start, though, with our shout-outs for our patrons. Bryant, Graham, Grant, Jaden, Mark, Allison, Steven, Eric, and Mikhail. Thank you all so much. We got to see most of these people this weekend. Like, we saw a decent amount of them this weekend.
4, 5, 6 of them.
Yeah.
So if you join the Patreon, higher chance of you meeting us. But I don't know why you would want to do that.
I was going to say, literally everyone just unsubscribed from the Patreon because they don't want to meet us.
That's true. Link for the Patreon is in the description. We appreciate it always. You get all sorts of cool stuff. Jack still hasn't told me his idea yet for what he wants to do for our next Patreon episode, which will be coming up shortly if he ever tells me. But don't feel obligated. We always appreciate it. Different tiers, different rewards. Link in description.
Yeah, that's where that is. Also, follow us on social media so you can stay up to date on when that next Patreon episode idea that I'm still working on and will inform people of eventually when I figure it all out. Follow us on social media, Instagram at @twisted_travelers, Twitter at Twisted Traveler, but the R at the end is a 1. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Thrilling Moment, and you can follow Chris at Twisted Travelers Chris.
On Instagram, yes. Okay, so once again, we're just doing trip report basically for the weekend. Yep. Start us off.
Questions, news, ride of the week, halftime report. It'll all be back next week. Don't worry. But
all back to usual. Where do you want to kick us off?
I guess we got to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the fact that I wasn't supposed to be at Stumble, even though I was.
You just didn't tell anybody.
I mean, I was supposed to be there. I just didn't tell anyone. So, where does this all start? I guess this all starts back in, honestly, July was when this started, because I went down to ride Velocicoaster at the end of July under the, preface that I wasn't going to be able to get to Stumble, so I was going to take my chance to ride it when I could. And, well, that did happen, and I got to ride Velocicoaster in July, but then I couldn't resist Stumble. I just couldn't. And so I know for a fact that I knew when I was in Idaho that I was going to be at Stumble, and I knew for sure the week after because I booked my flights the next week. But we just decided, and this is actually, I can't take sole credit for this. Chris, you definitely were a little involved in the let's surprise everyone.
I was just kind of brought into it to be the ride, I guess.
Yeah, but... Yeah, so we were like, let's surprise as many people as we can.
No. Don't say it that way. You were like, let's surprise people. I was like, I'll drive you.
I mean, that's fair. But, so, yeah, we surprised people. It didn't go exactly how we planned it would, thanks to scheduling and just cameras and all of that. I'll eventually tell the full story of what was going to happen, but we'll save that for another time. So we just showed up at Fun Spot. So I flew out of Nashville on Friday night, got down to Orlando. Chris picked me up, and we were like, well, let's go see people at Fun Spot. So we show up at Fun Spot. And pretty much as soon as we walk in the place, there's John Mike, who doesn't know I'm coming. Now, if you'll remember, I was on vacation with John Mike 3 weeks ago to Kings Island. And I knew then, and I lied to his face for the entire trip that I wasn't going to be at Stumble. And so when I just ran up to him and started dancing around him like a little kid and was like, ha 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 ha. It was entertaining. It was very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bryant and Megan didn't know I was gonna be there, and so I got to run up to them and scare them, and I think they both wanted to punch me in the face, which I mean, fair. Everyone wants to punch me in the face at all points in time. And then literally everyone else. So Scott, Sarah, Taylor, Mikhail. Finally got to meet Mikhail. Dude, I miss you. I miss you so much already. Who else? Literally everyone. Like, there's so many people. James, Blake, Sloan, Mark,
Allison,
Steven, Kevin, Matt, Tyler. There's so many people.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, so many people. We'll get onto that. So that was that's kind of the surprise part of it. We'll get off of that because it was fun, but the highlight's Saturday. So I'll let you jump in since I've rambled for a minute.
Yeah, Saturday we just kind of showed up and rode some stuff, and that was about the whole day.
Yeah.
Velocicoaster, plenty of times. First ride of the day, you could tell it was really running fast, which, always good to see. I think we just hung around there for like the first couple hours of the day, though, really. Like the first 3 to 4. Just got like 2 or 3 rides on it, and you took pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until Scott showed up, that was pretty much it, I think, right?
Yeah, because we went right over there, met up with some people. Because everyone was standing around just in front of the ride, and I'm like, well, I'm riding. People just get in line with me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we rode it in July, and it was just it was running so insane back then. And then getting on it again, like that was my biggest fear going into this weekend was we were going to get on it and it wasn't going to be running as good as it was in July.
It was running
and then
better.
we got on it and it was running better.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about Florida rides, but as it gets colder, they just seem to run way better.
I've noticed that about
That's
lot
what
of
I've
roller
found.
coasters, though. Like
like
that.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, just as somebody who's lived here, it always seems to be that way with like everything we have.
Yeah, but like my favorite example is Thunderhead from November through the end of the season just kicks it up to a whole other level.
Yeah.
I think it's just in general. I don't know why, but a lot of coasters seem to run better when it's cooler where they're located. So like Velocicoaster, 70 degrees is cooler than normal.
Yeah. Good.
Well, yeah, and so then Scott showed up and we were taking pictures I was just putzing around taking pictures and you were tagging along with me. And then the all dogs ride.
That happened, yes. That was for Mikhail's 300 and Sloane's 400.
Wait, that was his 300th?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
Yeah, that's why him and Sloane were in row 2. They were supposed to be in row 1, but it didn't work out. They got row 2.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I knew it was Sloane's 400 because he and I have been texting about it for like 3 weeks, but I didn't know it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the all dog rides. I looked through my photos. I'll be perfectly honest with y'all. I'm not that happy with them. I botched a setting or two and didn't realize it until it was too late. They still look okay. They're just not my greatest work. But I've seen the slow-mo.
Yeah,
Scott at least
did it right.
Yeah, Scott at least had his settings dialed in. Although that camera was literally dedicated just for the slow-mo that day. So there was no switching of settings. I was jumping everywhere. But I saw the slow-mo. It's beautiful. It's some of the most glorious coaster footage that's ever been shot.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. What's about to happen?
I have no clue.
What's about to happen?
I don't know.
We have someone in our green room, which means there's a guest that's about to join, and we don't know who it is because it doesn't tell us. This is going to get entertaining, y'all. And it's Bryant. Hello, Bryant.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I just want to hop in real quick. It's a really special day and occasion. So just want to wish a huge congratulations and well wishes on your 69th episode tonight. Nice.
Oh my lord!
Is it actually?
A lot of people said you wouldn't get here.
Is it actually, Bryant?
Yeah, you had
Oh,
36
sick.
in season 1, and this is 33 in
I'll take
season
it.
2. So nice job. Nice
That's
job,
the-
guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Jack. Love you.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Well, there you go,
Yeah,
y'all.
just
It's our
so you know,
69th
Jack.
episode.
That right there is the whole reason why this is being recorded later. He had asked me this like weeks ago, so that he could join when he got home from his flight to wish you happy birthday for this episode.
Evil. Y'all are evil.
Yeah.
I
yeah, happy
honestly
birthday.
deserve. I honestly deserve it though. After what I did do this weekend,
It wasn't. You didn't do anything to him.
Megan threatened to punch me. I love you, Megan.
I mean, that's just because you're you.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you got a good slap in on me this weekend.
I did. And you weren't ready for it either.
No, I wasn't.
I wanted to do another, but so be it.
Could have.
That's right. Where were we at? Oh yeah, you took pictures of the dog mask ride. Thank you, Bryant. Your settings were bad. Oh no, but Scott got good slow mo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott got good slow mo, and then I think you, me, and Scott were like, "Let's ride Velocicoaster," because we all three have an obsession that only has one cure: more teeth.
Right. It was really kicking at that point.
Yeah, we got back row. Oh. I think I've decided that I like the first half better in the front row and the back half better in the back row, but overall I'll take the front row.
Yeah, I'm with that. I didn't get a front row ride this time, sadly, but so be it. I ride it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, back half was really cooking from the back row this time. I
think I've maintained my streak of only having a rides in row 1, 10, or 1, 11, or 12 somehow.
And then from there we did Hagrid's, which had a 2-hour line, but I had one time skipped the lines.
Woohoo! That was very nice. I loved everyone that we was doing the single rider line. Like, they closed it, you got to go back, and we're like, no, we don't.
Yeah, we pretty much skipped the whole thing. We waited maybe 10 minutes total.
Yeah, it was great.
Doing its usual thing. Good as usual.
And then from there, we met up with Mikhail and his group and got back in line for Velocicoaster.
Which had just rained. Yeah, so even faster.
Mikhail and I got a front row ride. Dude, thank you for letting me ride with you in the front row. Your reaction was priceless. That is one of those rides that if they put like a camera on like all the rows so you could get like a rider reaction cam and purchase it like some coasters have, they would sell those like hotcakes because I would buy them for all of my friends. I want mine.
Yeah.
Like, because my face was just the entire time. Yeah, rider reaction cam, Universal, get on that. You would make a killing.
I agree. I know Shambhala does that. I think it would work great with that. I don't know where
Wild Eagle had it forever, but they've
really
gotten rid of them. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, Rip Ride Rocket had it for a while.
Whenever you're at Dollywood next, I'll show you where they used to be mounted.
Okay, I got you. From there we kind of split up though, because I went to eat and rest.
Yeah, and I went on a photo run, and then my dad wasn't far in line behind our group that had just gone, so I took some pictures for a minute, and then I was like, okay, you and I got to ride, and we hadn't ridden anything at all. So he and I got right back in line, waited through it again. I think we got a front row ride again because I have a problem. And yeah, Velocicoaster is amazing.
If there's any takeaway from this episode, that should be the takeaway.
Yeah, I mean, I made the show art before we started, and it's just one of my many shots of Velocicoaster that does things to me.
Chill.
I need to send you the screenshot of the conversation Scott and I had the other day. It's priceless.
No, please
Um,
don't.
yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I promise
I
it's good.
don't have to believe
I'm gonna do it right now while we're recording, so I can.
that. Anyways, I was still resting up while he met up with Taylor and Sarah.
Yeah,
I
at
know
some
that.
point in there. Oh yeah, so after we got off, it was getting close to sunset, so I ran over and took sunset pictures of Velocicoaster. And at that some point in time, yeah, Taylor texted me. It's like, hey, we want to catch a couple rides with you. So I was like, yeah, of course. Met up with them right in front of Velocicoaster, or not right in front of Velocicoaster, right down at the waterfront, and we went over and we did Spider-Man. That's the ride we did. And it was like a 35-40 minute posted wait, and we were all kind of let's do single. We'll just get it out of the way real quick. We go up the single rider line. We get to the grouper lady, and she's like, how many y'all have? And we're like, there's 6, or there's 5 of us, but we're in the single rider line. She's like, yeah, forget about it, and just hands us the glasses and walks us right up and puts us on one of the next ones out. So we skipped a 40-minute wait on Spider-Man. That was nice.
Very nice.
And then after Spider-Man, which is still one of the greatest dark rides of all time, I forgot how amazing that ride is. Then they forced me to do Cat in the Hat.
Classic.
Which I knew nothing about.
It's great.
And that's what I imagine being on drugs is like.
It's a solid experience.
There's a picture of me on Sarah's Instagram story today of my face as we're going through the ride, and it's just like pure horror.
Top dark ride, right? I think so. It was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 10 out of 10 experience of my life.
Of course. Easily the best ride. From there I came back and we noticed Hulk was like going through the layout way too fast. Like literally just comically fast. So we did that in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was doing.
It was weird though, because like it was running super fast and we could like tell it was running faster, but the intensity didn't feel that much off of what it normally is.
Yeah, maybe in the back it would have felt different, but it had a pretty slow moving line that day, so we didn't do it again. The second half it definitely felt a lot more, but not the first as much.
Yeah, and it was like the telltale sign that it was going way too fast was the Hulk roar is supposed to hit right as you're dropping off the mid course. We were halfway through the corkscrew before we were like hearing that.
Yeah.
So it was running really fast.
Way too fast. I don't know why, it just was.
Everything was running fast though. Even like Hagrid's, our one ride on it, felt like it was running faster than normal.
Not as much on that one in my opinion, but Hulk and Velocicoaster.
No, but it wasn't like crazy different. But I like a couple of moments I was like, this feels a little faster than I remember it.
Yeah.
But Velocicoaster and Hulk were both running very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then where did we go from? I think from there we met back up with the big group at Velocicoaster, right?
Yeah, and we got night ride.
And we got a night ride. I got another front row night ride.
I got
this time with
back.
Bryant. Bryant, thanks for letting me ride with you. I had a ton of fun. And yeah, again, Velocicoaster. It's just insane. Like, it's just insane.
Shout out to Blake Larson. I rode with him. Super cool. Nice meeting you, but also casually flexing that he's ridden Conda and Fly the entire time. Thank you, Blake.
Oh, I got to show you what my dad got me for my birthday.
Energy Landy hat. Hopefully we can go. That's the hope. But yeah, shout out Blake, you entitled enthusiast.
Oh yes, he's
I'm kidding.
He's ridden Conda and Lek and Zadra and Hyperion and Ride to Happiness and a whole bunch of other things that make us all jealous.
Shout out you, Blake.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we
it was
love you,
really
Blake.
going at night. Like it just seemed to get faster and faster the whole day. And this was my first night ride with the lights on, so that was cool. That was Saturday.
Yeah, that was pretty much Saturday. I took a few more pictures on the way out, and also we gotta throw it out there. We made really good time getting home at night.
We did. That is true. But not
yeah,
as
and
much
then
going to MCO the next day.
Lord, that was something. I don't understand.
I don't either.
Yeah, next morning, Sunday, Chris and I were lazy and slept in, and then I wrote a little for Nano. You worked on something for school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to SeaWorld to just take pictures because I'm a nerd.
Yes. Well, I mean, we got food, but yeah, you just
and
took
we
pictures.
did get food. And Mako broke down while I was taking pictures in classic fashion.
Of course, SeaWorld. Shout out.
So, but I got some great shots of Mako. Finally gonna have some Mako to post on the page. And then yeah, I had to get back to the airport for my flight home, which was an event.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, as we're pulling up to the airport, email, your flight's been delayed an hour.
Perfect.
And then it wasn't just delayed an hour, it was delayed 2.5. And we had a gate change that they didn't tell us about. So they just we were all at the gate it was supposed to leave out of, and the flight attendants just left without telling us. And so we all had to figure out where to go. Thanks, Frontier. And then we finally got on our plane and got to Nashville. And then we got stuck sitting on the plane for 30 minutes in Nashville because they didn't have a gate to park us at.
Yeah, perfect.
So I was supposed to get back at like 7 o'clock yesterday. It was like 10. I hit the bed immediately and just passed out. It was night, but yeah, that was Stumble. But I guess let's kind of jump in and just start shouting out people because we got to shout out people.
Mm-hmm. Shout out, obviously, John, Mike, Bryant, Megan, Allison, Steven, Mikhail, James, Blake, Marcus, Mark, Mike, Kevin. The list will keep going. You got to do some.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
it's a big group.
Yeah, it is a huge group. Like let's start with the Drunk Riders and Buzzed Bars team. So Marcus, Mark, Mike, Kevin, Matt, Drew, Gabby, all of y'all, thank you so much for putting on an event. I love the fact that we're getting our episode about this event out before y'all are. Even though theirs is going to be a lot longer. Like, theirs is probably going to be 2 hours. Ours is probably barely going to break
half.
Yeah, and ours is probably only going to break 30 minutes. Yeah, so shout out them. Shout out, yeah, like Chris said, all of those people. Scott, thanks for hanging out with us, taking pictures with me. Taylor and Sarah. Taylor, happy birthday. It's good to get to see you on your birthday. I'm trying to think. I'm blanking. There's just so many people we got to see. It really is a great group. Like Chris and I are both members of Buzzed Bars. And if someone messages me on Instagram or Twitter and is like, what coaster club should I join? I'm going to tell you to join Buzzed Bars because I think for what you're going to invest in a coaster club, it's the best bang for your buck because not only you're going to get some great events like Velocistumble and some other ones next year that are going to be great. You're also going to get opportunities for like getting to meet some of the coolest people in the community, honestly, in the world. Let's be like quite frank. There are some awesome, like first class level people that we are very thankful to be friends with. So,
yes, for sure. Shout out all of them. It's hard to put on an event like that and do it successfully. So, it takes a lot.
And they've done it 3 times now in a year. I've been to 2 of them. I was supposed to be at all 3 of them. Texas had to pick the 1 week to freeze over.
Sad.
That was yeah.
It's all good though.
Yeah. Okay. What was your favorite moment of the weekend?
Riding Velocicoaster.
But which time?
The night ride.
Yeah, night ride. Honestly, favorite moment for the entire trip for me was it was probably just when everyone. It's probably Friday night, honestly, just like in terms of like just the awesomeness of seeing everyone and getting to see everyone's reaction as I showed up. Like,
Yeah.
I've kind of dreamed of that for about 2 months now, so just getting to watch it happen was amazing.
Mhm.
But then in the park, yeah, front row night ride with Bryant, that was special. So thanks, Bryant. Also, sunset pictures of Velocicoaster. They have my heart forever.
We can tell.
So, have you seen my Instagram and Twitter recently? Oh,
Mhm.
and I took my 100,000th photo. That was kind of a big deal.
Good for you. I think that's it. I don't know
yeah,
what else to
like-
say.
Yeah, again, like just thank you, Buzzed Bars, for putting this all together. Chris, thank you for letting me stay with you, of course, and driving me
Yep.
around.
Mhm.
Yeah, we really don't have much else. We talked about doing a full show this week for y'all, but it just didn't make sense. And then I, quite frankly, am still exhausted from this weekend, and today was a long day. Also, I gotta shout out. My parents drove over and surprised me tonight. So, Dad, Mom, if you're listening, thank you. I really appreciated that.
Mhm. Happy birthday, Jack. Thank you,
Thank
Buzz
you.
Bars. Think we're good?
We'll be back next week with a lot more content.
Normal.
So
A normal
normal.
episode.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for listening.
Of course, there's your mini trip report from half of an event that we went to.
The
Shout out,
Great
y'all.
Trip Report Part
See you next
4.5.
Yes. Links
See
in
ya.
the description, everything. Down
Oh,
there.
yeah, all that.
Click.
Yeah, go click everything. It's gonna be our Venmo with like a preset amount of $1 million. There you go.
Yes,
Boom.
please.
Also,
We
Chris,
appreciate
have you
it.
bought your microphone yet? I know
Mm.
many people told you to buy one.
One person did that I know of. And
Well, but
no, I
that
didn't.
was
My
what
bad.
you said had to happen. So,
Yeah, my bad. I got it.
Mhm.
It'll happen. Once Jack has his idea set.
oh, that's just cold. That's cold, man. Come on.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Twisted Travelers Podcast.